me at the spot where pleasure meets education. This is the space where we get real about sex, relationships, and everything in between. I'm your host, Holly Eckelberger, and I'm a longtime sexual health educator, activist, and content creator. I will be your guide through conversations that blend curiosity, pleasure, and truth. Together with some amazing guests, we'll break down stigma, celebrate bodies, and learn how to embrace sexual health with confidence and joy. So get comfy because it's time for the show to get started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Meet Me at the Spot, where pleasure meets education. I'm your host, Holly, and listen, y'all, I am so excited for this week's special holiday sexual health episode because the holidays can be a whole situation. So today we're talking cozy, chaotic, nostalgic, horny, stressful, sometimes all of those before brunch. Like, you can wake up soft and sentimental, and then by 3 p.m., someone has said something so wild, and you're sitting there Googling how to fake my own death to leave this gathering early. So, whether you're partnered up, you're curious, you're plotting a hometown hookup, or just trying not to flip the table when your uncle brings up politics at dinner, this episode is for you. In today's episode, I'm going to dig into casual hookups, spicing things up with your partner or partners, navigating conversations about abortion, birth control, LGBTQ plus rights, sex ed, all that holiday dinner table chaos, plus how to advocate in ways that feel both doable and delicious. Oh, and I made you a gift. Along with this episode, I created the Sexy Season Survival Guide, your new little holiday bestie. It's full of checklists, sample scripts, evidence-based info, and resources that won't make you want to scream into a throw pillow. It's free on my website, and it will be linked in the show notes. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, let's set the scene. The holidays bring up a lot. You've got travel, kids running around, family expectations, cold weather, stressing about gifts, deadlines, year-end wrap-ups. It's basically a seasonal emotional smoothie with chunks. And all that, it impacts your sexual wellness. Sometimes your libido dips, and sometimes it spikes for no reason other than you survived another family dinner without cussing someone out. Sometimes you want nothing but soft blankets and alone time. Other times you're like, hello, is it cuffing season or am I just bored? And sometimes you're like, please do not touch me because I am honestly one iced peppermint mocha away from losing my entire shit. So, before we even think about sex, the first step is checking in with yourself. Ask yourself a few questions. What do I need to feel grounded this season? Maybe it's quiet mornings. Maybe it's saying no to 3 events in a row. Maybe it's a weighted blanket and a glass of water. Ask yourself what helps me feel sexy or connected. Is it flirty texts, sleep, a bath, a nap, another nap? Also, what boundaries do I want to set? No, I'm not discussing my dating life. No, I don't want to hold your baby. No, I will not be participating in the family group chat meltdown. What's one thing you can do to take care of yourself emotionally and physically? This is your holiday sexual wellness check-in, and honestly, it's a great everyday check-in too. Before casual hookups, before we talk about relationship sex or advocacy or tough convos, check in with you. If your tank is empty, do not donate emotional labor to anyone. So let's be honest, they happen, and they can be fun, memorable, and sometimes deeply chaotic in the best way. Holiday hookups happen for a lot of reasons. Maybe it's nostalgia. The remember me from high school vibe is so strong. People see you at the grocery store and suddenly they forget that they once bullied you in the 10th grade. Maybe it's travel hookups. Dating apps in a new city can feel like walking into a fresh season of a show where you're finally the main character. Or it's a holiday party. Sparkly outfits, free drinks, mistletoe. That can equal some big decisions. And there can just be some extra feelings. Holidays crack people open like emotional pistachios. So if you're exploring a little seasonal fun, here are some tips that I have for you. Number 1, stock up on condoms and other barrier methods before you travel. Nothing says holiday regret like being in your childhood bedroom, whispering into your phone at midnight, 24-hour pharmacy near me, please. Number 2, plan for STI testing before and after the holidays. Know your status, babes. It's literally the sexiest gift you can give and receive. Number 3, communicate your intentions up front and say it with your whole chest. This is a one-night holiday special, not a full season arc. Or maybe it's, I'm open to seeing where this goes, but only if it feels good. Number 4, keep an eye on alcohol or cannabis use during sex. Your genitals deserve informed decision-making, and so do your future group chats. Number 5, recognizing red flags versus green flags. Some examples of red flags might be pressure or that we don't need protection energy, disrespecting boundaries, trying to be secretive like y'all are in some forbidden romance novel. Psst, you're not. Some green flags might be talks openly about condoms or barriers, is being respectful, doesn't push for more than what you want, understands if you need to exit early because, well, your mom keeps texting you. If you're partnered up this season, the holidays can feel maybe deep and intimate, or like your two roommates doing synchronized chaos choreography. So let's bring some of that heat back in. One suggestion could be a sexy advent calendar. Every day gets a tiny moment. A kiss, a massage, a compliment, a pick your fantasy card. It's like a countdown, but for pleasure. You could try something new. This could be new positions, toys, lingerie, role play. The holidays are basically a permission slip to treat yourself. Maybe you're traveling and having hotel or travel sex. Make sure to bring lube, wipes, a quiet toy, a backup quiet toy, the charger because, well, we're not living dangerously out here, y'all. Also, you may want to consider scheduling intimacy. Now, I know that sounds unsexy, but during the holidays, intentionality is more important than spontaneity. Think of it more as meet me at 9 p.m. for our private after party. Work on staying emotionally connected because honestly, y'all, family gatherings can test your spirit. You need to have each other's backs. Find a way to do a holiday pleasure check-in with one another. Ask, what do you want more of? What do you want less of? What do you need to feel sexy or supported? All right, deep breath. Let's talk about the joy that is family dinner political debates. For some reason, people love bringing up hot button issues during the holidays. Abortion, birth control, LGBTQ plus rights, attacks on sex ed. It's like they honestly wait all year to unleash that Facebook misinformation on you. Here's some tips I have for you to survive. Number 1, start small. Ask questions first. Most people aren't used to being asked why they believe something. Number 2, find shared values. Even if someone's opinions are trash, you can often find a shared starting point. Whether it's safety, privacy, family care, dignity, wanting kids to be safe. Number 3, know your limits. You do not need to educate everyone. You do not need to stay in harmful conversations. You can exit at any time. And number 4, use stories, not statistics. Stories connect. Statistics feel more like homework. Here are some examples of scripts that you can use. A lot of people don't know that most folks who have abortions are already parents. It's really about making the best choice for their family, just like everyone else at this table tries to do. Or maybe comprehensive sex education doesn't make kids have sex. It gives them the tools to stay safe whenever they do decide to have sex. And it lowers teen pregnancy and lowers assault. That feels like something we can all get behind. Maybe LGBTQ rights are human rights. Everyone deserves dignity, safety, and joy, especially right now. And if all else fails, you can use the classic, "I'm not having this conversation today. This feels unproductive. Let's move on." Or, "I came here for pie, not a political panel." All right, so let's talk about advocacy because, yes, we're still fighting for basic human rights, even while trying to eat mashed potatoes in peace. The holidays can feel like the least convenient time to care about social justice. But here's the truth. Advocacy doesn't disappear just because Santa is in town. But your capacity might, and that's okay. The key is to choose actions that match your energy level. Think of it like a holiday gift guide, but for justice. So you might be the cozy low energy advocate. And this is you if you are tired, overwhelmed, overstimulated, or just trying to make it to January without combusting. Low stress advocacy might look like sharing a post. Truly, a repost can ripple. People underestimate how many minds are changed by watching someone they love consistently share sex-positive, justice-centered content. It may look like donating even $5 to an abortion fund or queer mutual aid group. Don't underestimate the power of small money. Mutual aid runs on $5 bills and big hearts. Consider emailing your legislators. 2 minutes, 1 click, barely an inconvenience. Correcting misinformation once, kindly, and then tapping out. Like, "Here's the accurate info, now I'm off duty." You may be the medium energy advocate. So if this is you, you have a little more room, or you've decided, "Actually, I have something to say today." Medium level options may include attending a virtual training on reproductive justice, sex ed, or anti-trans legislation. You can literally learn while in pajamas. It's my favorite. Maybe signing up as a volunteer for a text banking. It's low pressure and you can stop anytime. Maybe you want to write holiday cards to your local clinic staff. These folks deal with protesters, stigma, and burnout. A supportive card can mean everything. Make an effort to buy from queer, trans, or BIPOC-owned small businesses instead of pouring money into billionaires' pockets. Now, you also might be the "I have time and capacity" advocate. And these are our bigger moves for folks who have emotional space and a break from work. Rare, I know. So you may volunteer as a clinic escort. This is bravery, boundaries, and community care all wrapped into one. Maybe consider joining an LGBTQ plus or reproductive justice coalition. Remember, advocacy is more sustainable in community. Consider hosting a small fundraising night with your friends, even if it's just wine and giving money to people who need abortions. Start a new family tradition like everyone donating a few dollars to mutual aid before opening gifts. Normalize giving, normalize justice, and normalize community. And above everything else, advocacy is not about perfection. It's about participation. You can be loud or quiet, public or private, over-functioning or barely functioning. Your involvement still matters. Survival is resistance. Rest is activism. Healing is generational change. Yes, boundaries. The holiday season's least used tool and most needed skill. Boundaries during the holidays are basically like wearing a coat in the winter. You think you can skip it, you think you're strong, and then boom, emotional hypothermia. Let's talk about why boundaries matter. Because without them, the holidays become emotionally draining, sexually disconnected, mentally exhausting, spiritually, absolutely not. Boundaries protect your energy, your peace, your libido, and your sanity. Types of boundaries that you might need, especially during the holidays, are number one, time boundaries. You don't have to go to every event you're invited to. You can leave early. You can skip the after party. Try saying, I can stay for an hour. Or, I'm heading out now. Love you. Bye. I'm pacing myself this week. Number 2, conversation boundaries. This is your quick exit when someone brings up sex ed or abortion with that tone. You can try saying, I'm not having this conversation today. Or, let's discuss something joyful instead. I'm here to rest, not debate. Number 3 are physical boundaries. Consent applies to hugs and kisses from Aunt Linda too. Yes, even during the holidays. Try things like, I prefer fist bumps. No hugs today, but I'm happy to see you. Number 4 is your emotional label boundaries. You do not have to be the family therapist. You do not have to mediate fights, and you do not have to soothe everyone's feelings. Try saying, I don't have the capacity for that conversation. I'm focused on enjoying the holiday. Maybe let's talk later. Number 5 is sexual boundaries. Even with your partners, if you're exhausted, anxious, overwhelmed, or touched out, you can absolutely say, not tonight, I need intimacy but not sexual intimacy, or let's cuddle instead. A small note for people pleasers like me. Setting boundaries will not kill you. Disappointing someone does not make you a villain, and saying no does not require a thesis explanation. A boundary is a full sentence. No, not today. I'm done now. Now let's talk about some holiday boundary myths that we need to let go of. I have to be available because it's family. Nope. I'm rude if I leave early. Also nope. I shouldn't speak up about harmful comments. Nope again. If I say no to sex, I'll ruin the mood. Baby, if the mood is that fragile, it wasn't a mood. It was just a suggestion. Remember, boundaries are not walls. They're doors you control. You decide who comes in, for how long, and under what conditions. You are the bouncer, the manager, and the fire marshal of your emotional nightclub. All right, friends, that's everything I have for you to make this holiday season safe, sexy, and sustainable. I hope you walk into this season feeling grounded, informed, confident, and empowered. Whether you're having cozy partner sex, a spicy hometown hookup, or advocating for your community in ways that feel good and doable. Pleasure is your right. Advocacy is community care. And you get to show up however you're able, big or small. If you found today's episode helpful, please share this episode with someone you love. Make sure to check out the Sexy Season Survival Guide. And if you're able, donate to a reproductive justice organization this season. Until next time,